So, what did I do over the weekend? Well, I went back out to the theaters. I stayed at home again. I had Popeyes. I got sick. That has nothing to do with those last two things, but I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, I went out to the theater. I saw Dune Part 2. Now, I've been waiting for this movie for quite some time. I was really sad that when it came out at a time where I wasn't going to the theaters. It was right in the start of the pandemic. So I had to unfortunately watch it at home, which still really good, but I just knew, man, I'm missing out on this movie in IMAX. Hearing so many good things about people saying, yeah, this movie rips in IMAX, it's incredible. And here I am watching it on my small little 50-inch TV. I'm just like, ah. So when the time came, Dune Part 2, big IMAX run, I immediately rushed to go see it day one. I actually saw day 3, but doesn't matter. But yeah, Dune Part 2, rips even more than Part 1. Let me just say, I don't have a lot to say really about it, because if you liked Dune Part 1, you'll really like Part 2. It does everything that Part 1 did well on such an exceptionally high degree. Every element is just pushed to just a max. Oh, the sound design is crazy. The script and writing and the characterization, especially with Dune being such a hard adaptation, they pull it off so well. And God, the cinematography, ooh, just crazy. There's this entire sequence I would see every time I saw the trailers, and I just knew before going in, I bet that scene's gonna go hard in the full movie. And boy, did it. This entire black and white sequence that was shot with infrared cameras, and it just looks so good. It pops so much on the big screen. And I saw it in IMAX. I'm talking full-on, legit, real-size IMAX. Now, it does suck that Warner Brothers screwed my theater over, that we didn't get a full film print, and we're not dual laser, so we didn't get the full 1:3 ratio. But shoot, still great. That sound was no joke. There's a sequence in this movie where the sound and the bass was so loud, it was pushing me back in the seat. Like that Simpsons joke, but unironically. It was intense. I was like, this is what they mean when they say you can really feel the movie and really get sucked into the experience, because it felt like it, what was happening on screen. And I was loving every moment of it. So yeah, is there anything more to say? Honestly, everyone did a great job in this movie. I had a great time with it. Like, so much to really dissect, but I think it's better off, just go see it for yourself. I think you will leave having a great time with this movie. So yeah, really high score for me. I gave it a full 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Dope movie. Go see it in theaters. Go see it on the biggest screen. If not even that, go see it in a theater where you know the sound is going to kick. So yeah, Dune Part 2, awesome. Now to get on to the big boy, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh, okay, I got to try and keep this short because I can be here for the next 20 minutes talking about Queen's Blood, but we'll get to that. So the first thing I do want to say, I loved Remake. I thought it was great. I know that game had a lot of contention, just things that were changed or adapted, and just the whole scope of what was kind of said in the back and what the game ended up being. But I never had an issue with that, and I still don't have an issue with that, to be real. So after Remake ended, I was like, all right, I'm excited to see where this game's going to go. I know the next sections of where Final Fantasy goes after they get out of Midgar is really good, so I just knew the next game is going to be crazy. And from about 20 hours in, from at the time of when I recorded this, so the game's been out for 3 to 4 days, it's incredible. I love this game. This game to me feels like such a huge evolution coming after Remake. Remake now almost feels like an unintentional tech demo compared to Rebirth, which feels so fleshed out in just the gameplay mechanics. There's so many mini games, there's so many small little moments, just the character moments, the gameplay, the systems. Like, there's so much to this game, especially coming off of Remake, which is very much, here's the game, you go through these paths, you got this and that. Where Rebirth now, you have so many open fields and how you can tackle things and just how you build your character up and just the way you get around the world. It's so expansive. I was in the opening area for like 9 hours before I moved on with the main story. And I still didn't do everything too. It's just been such a good game so far. And getting back to just the mini games and the side quests, the mini games have been all really good. Queen's Blade is so damn good in terms of a triple triad style card game. I have done nothing. Every time they hit me with a quest saying, oh, you can go play Queen's Blade, I'm running over there to go play it. It's so good. I will be the first to say, listen, Square, make Queen's Blade its own standalone game. Make it a console game, make it a mobile game. I will be there day one to play this thing. Give it online play. Shoot, make that an update to the game. Give me online Queen's Blade so I can play. There's just so much to talk about. I'm not talking about anything story-wise. I'll say, from what I've seen of the story, all really good. The characterization is just top-notch in this game, and just all these little moments, and just the writing is super stellar. Every character, every little moment just feels like just so right, and it's been just really cool to get through. I'm not one to give scores, especially to games that I'm still playing, but I can just feel it right now. This is going to be a high one for me. So, yeah, I love this game. The second I finish recording, I'm going to go back to play it some more. Yeah, that's a little bit of what I did this week. You know, lots of good things. Except for that Popeyes thing. That sucked, but Dune Part 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, all great. So this was a good one. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me here. You know, thanks for listening. As always, I'm John, GWC, and that's what I did over the weekend. Peace.